It was your dream to be a Cowboy. You're on the team. COVID hits. It's unfortunate for everybody, but what's your thoughts now that we're getting into the point where training camp is going to start up?
Well, for me, I feel more bad for the younger guys. For me, I went through the lockout. So I went through a point where we didn't have an off season. And they called us one day and said, hey, we need you to be here on this date, which was a couple days. And we had to show up and go right into training camp. So I'm able to adjust. However, these young guys, they're not going to have that off-season time to adjust and be able to get used to the speed and learn their teammates. They're going to have to hit the ground running. But ultimately, this is why guys get drafted in the NFL. You're the best of the best coming out of college, and they expect us to be professional. So I'm excited to get going. Whenever they say show up, I'll be ready.
And yet you have been vocal, as Stephen A. has been vocal, about Jerry Jones's silence in light of what is going on in our country. What are your feelings about that? Can you express them right now on First Take?
Absolutely. So with everything going on, whether Stephen A. likes it or not, the most recognizable franchise in the world is the Dallas Cowboys, okay? So when a situation like what's going on, which has been going on, this is not new. This is not new. It's been going on. But now it's been brought to major light with the tragedy of George Floyd. People are seeing, is this really what's going on? Yes, this has been going on. This is not new. You're just now seeing that this is how brutal it really is. Well, when you have a franchise as recognizable as the Cowboys, people listen when they speak up. And the owner, Jerry Jones, who is one of the most recognizable figures in sports history, when he speaks, everybody listens. Well, I think at this point in time, I feel it would be great to hear him say something positive or say anything. You know, I love what he's been to the sport. He's been excellent to the sport of football. He's a Hall of Famer. But at this point, it's bigger than football. We need him to speak up about life. This is about human beings and equal rights. And that's not what's happening. And it would be great to hear him say something.
Gerald, I appreciate you saying that. And all joking aside, I got a lot of love for Jerry Jones. I really, really do.
Yes, absolutely.
I've heard a lot of great things about him over the years. I've gotten to know him a little bit. I'm very, very fond of Jerry Jones, which is why I called the Dallas Cowboys and I called Rich Dalrymple, still waiting to hear back from them, because my whole point is I'm looking for Jerry Jones, and I'm not going to let it go because it doesn't matter to me what he says, specifically as it pertains to Kaepernick or anybody else, because you're entitled to your feelings. But you can't be as magnetized or as attracted to that camera with everything else all these years and then get quiet now. I know you spoke out. What level of obligation do you believe the Dak Prescotts of the world, the DeMarcus Lawrences of the world, people like that, what level of obligation do you feel they have to reach out to Jerry Jones and implore him to speak like you just did?
Yeah, well, I feel like everybody, like you said, is entitled to their opinion. Everybody doesn't have to speak up, but we're trying to push for change. And when we're trying to push for change, you look for those particular figures in the sport or in the world, period, to speak up and say something where people listen. You know, these are my new teammates, so I don't know what their relationship is with Mr. Jones. I don't know. But what I do know is that something needs to be said. And you've seen other professional athletes speak up. You've seen other owners speak up. I just feel like it's necessary at this point that something needs to be said. Anything. You know, don't just go silent. Say something. Anything.
Well, a couple of years ago, Jerry Jones was asked, I think this was 2017 or 18, he was asked by a reporter about his support for a certain political party. There are only two major parties in this country, so you can guess which one. And he said, because that's the way this country should be run. Well, he got it. You know, he got the courts and the executive branch and the Senate. So it's being run that way. And we see the shape our country's in now. He felt okay commenting about it at that time, but this time requires comment and he's silent. Does that not suggest to you where his sympathies may actually lie?
It don't look good. I'll say that. It doesn't look good, and you can't be silent at a time like this. You know, I'm new to the Cowboys organization, and I'm blessed to be part of this organization. But when things are not going well for the team, you know, you can hear him screaming. Well, this is life. This is bigger than just football. It's bigger than money. It's bigger than winning a Super Bowl. And something needs to be said. And I'm not. Here's how I feel because of his level of who he is and how many people listen to him. That's why I'm saying it. Everybody doesn't have to speak up. I'm not saying everybody has to say anything. If you want to be silent, that's fine. But the level of who he is, yeah, I think something needs to be said.
Do you think there's any part of him that might be afraid to speak up?
Hold on, Charlie. Hold on, Charlie. I'm going to move on from this, but the only thing that I'm going to say is this. I'm not attaching anything that we see from this administration, whatever your political affiliation is. There's a lot of things that have been transpiring that people did not anticipate. I'm not going to hold Jerry Jones accountable for what's been happening with the administration. I'm not going to do that to him, Max. I'm just not going to. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.